Today we are going to discuss about a lot of finance professionals career options, and this is the topic. People are talk. Whenever you enter the commerce stream, you must be wondering that what exactly I should select. The first step you selected commerce, and this commerce is an important step in your career, definitely, because people always talk about science and people are talking about arts and all this thing, but commerce is something which is very important steps when you select the career. So definitely when we see the career chart, so when you are joining the commerce stream, that's an important step in your career. But if you have a little bit idea about what's going on in the market, then the only graduation is not at all like after completing BCom, maybe BBA or BCom. So yes, we are talking about your BCom qualification. So after 10 standard, you have the option to select science or commerce or arts. So when you choose BCom, because you feel that you have an inclination towards business and commerce, and to be precise, for accounting. But do you think that completing your BCom will give you an edge in accounting or business? You know that, right? Just completing BCom even with a great score will not ensure the success in the accounting career. There are a lot of courses are available along with the graduation. You need to think further and you need to be on your age. So in this session, we will discuss the nitty-gritty of what you can do after BCom or before the BCom also. So before BCom is along with the graduation, maybe whenever you start 11th standard, you think about what are the exactly courses are available and how which course is suitable for you. So we'll discuss this is the right time for the higher education. What are the courses we can select? The career option you can choose and how you can take the first steps. So hang tight. Here you'll get an overview of everything that you need to think about after BCom and along with the graduation. When you are clearing the 10th standard, when you're joining 11th standard, and after 12th standard, what are the things you can do? What is the right time to think about the career scope after along with the graduation? So this is the right time. In fact, the in our time, when I can let you know our times, when I was when I completed the 12th standard, I was wondering, actually, I'm talking about 93s, where very few options were there. Like, we used to say whether we can do chartered accountancy or the cost accountancy, that is ICWI, or company secretary. Company secretary, in fact, they have started after graduation. But, in our time, ICWA and CA. And CA, they stopped the CA and there was no choice to do ICWA. So I did ICWA first, in fact. So definitely, very few options were available those days. And you are very lucky, in fact, you have a lot of international courses now available that you can do along with your graduation. Okay. So most students make the mistakes of thinking about BCom only or BBA only, that only graduation is only our destination. But when they are pursuing it, you need to think further. The way the market is shifting, every 5 years down the line, there are thousands of new jobs being invented. So if you don't know what to do after you are done with your BCom or along with the BCom, then you will be behind. Moreover, when you will make a decision in a haste, most of the time you will make the wrong decision. And people are thinking about what course to select, whether this is you must have heard about the friends are doing CIMA, CPA, CFA, all these courses. That is something which is for you, there's a Greek letter, like, what is to be done, like one of my friend is doing it, let me do it. That is something which you always think about. And that is a trial and error method which you are following. So it's better to understand, each course, and depending upon your liking, depending upon your interest, you can select the right course. At this point, you need not to be stick to the one point, but you should at least give some thought to your career. What are the courses available and which course I should pursue. So this is something which we are going to do. Okay, this is my introduction anyway. So total, I've spent 25 years with industry, and I myself is very passionate about the teaching. I was a professor at Sydenham College of Commerce, where I spent some 2 years, 3 years, and I was also faculty, at Christ University. And this is something, this is my passion. I myself is a chartered accountant, cost accountant. This is my first qualification, cost accountancy. After I'm done with the cost accountancy, I did chartered accountancy. I'm also CPA US rank holder. I'm a certified management accountant USA. I'm also certified CISA audit. That is a information technology audit. Certified financial manager. I'm also CRIC, that is certified in risk and information system. Microsoft certified solution developer. Little bit of a technology side. Also, I have spent time because the need arise. I say very clearly that 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, what the industry is thinking about. Definitely, this has helped me a lot actually. Even the MCSD and SAP consultant, in finance and costing FICO module. So this is what exactly achieved over the period of time, and that those days I am talking about. Little guidance was available, and I did it because of my interest. And then I realized that all this qualification, it is always better to whenever youngster like you need a guidance actually, because if you join some say any qualification, any degree course, say you join CIMA or CPA or CFA, at the end of the day you realize that no, this is not my destination, right? So something, that is the reason why we are doing the career counseling. And if you have any questions, just let me know. The next slide, these are the courses we are offering. You can see that most of the we are focusing on the international courses. These are the CPA US, CMA US, CIMA UK, Enroll Agent, and these are the fintech courses. Now these are the it's like people are now thinking about that 5 years down the line there will be a technology disruption. A lot of the these fintech courses are coming up, blockchain, artificial intelligence and stuff like that. We have financial modeling, we have CFA US and IFRS. Okay, and this is a like we have experienced faculties, charter CPAs, CMAs. We have the collective experience of 200 years. These are all things we definitely have. uh, and this the main USP is like we blend our industry experience with the practical. So this is very important that we want to make sure that after you done with your course, you should be industry ready. And I got an experience that when I used to take interviews, like out of 30-40 candidates, we used to select only one or two, and that also we compromise, because when we ask some questions about the basic for example, how you close the books of account, that's something which is very basic questions for chartered accountancy. They fail to answer. In fact, they say, we use tally, we click the balance sheet ties, all these things. So this is something, what our effort is that we will make you industry ready. So whatever we explain you, the theory part, the concepts part, how you can apply the practical application is very important. The industry requires the practical application, right? And as on today, if you ask the companies, they don't want to spend time on training, they want industry ready people, right? So these are the courses we are offering. Next slide, I'm talking about these are the career options. So mainly we are focusing now international courses. So these are the courses we are having: the CIMA UK, ACCA UK. So these are ACCA and CIMA, they are the UK courses. CFA US is US courses, Chartered Finance Analysis. Anyway, we are going to discuss in detail about all these courses. We have CMA US, Certified Management Accountant, AICPA, that is a CPA US, and Enroll Agents. Enroll Agents are tax preparer. So these are the courses we are offering. So you have the lot of options available with you, career options. And the advantage of pursuing the international courses that, again, if you focus on concepts, you definitely clear the exam. Even our institute result is more than 90%. And even the average results, if you talk about CFA or ACCA or CIMA or all these courses, if you see on an average, the result comes 50 to 60 percentage. Just imagine. So what are the chances of clearing the exam? Definitely yes. If you focus on the concepts, understand the concepts, you don't have to memorize all these things. So Indian education system, if I compare, I don't want to criticize the Indian education system, but international courses, if you see that, they are basically focusing on concepts. If you know the concepts, you will clear the exam 100%. Nothing to worry about. If you don't, if you're focusing in memorizing, definitely you will fail 100%. So these courses are focusing on concepts, logical thinking, practical application. You can, we'll think about, for example, say preparation of budget. The preparation of budget, what is the first budget? So people will think about, so visualize the thinking. Let me knock the door of sales department, first budget. So what I'm saying that if you without forecasting the sales, you cannot prepare the other budgets. So this is what exactly the rational thinking, logical thinking is required in order to understand the concepts. So we are focusing the concepts rather than memorizing. So just forget about the where you're learning the Indian education system, where you have to write long essays, not required at all. Long essays they don't want. They want that you focus on concepts, right? Okay, let's see about now. This is very important slide, and I'm going to focus now that three areas. And when you're talking about the commerce stream, three areas are there. First is compliance. We are talking about compliance, means preparation of financial statement, preparation of tax return. These are all compliance. Compliance means if you ask me, this is something, audit, for example, is a compliance. So that is something you have to do as per the US GAAP, UK GAAP, preparation of financial statement, preparation of, in US we say income statement. Maybe you must be aware about profit and loss account, a balance sheet. All these are compliance point of view. You have to prepare the statement. But after preparing the financial statement, what is to be done? So the management want the interpretation of financial statement, whether you are doing good, whether you are doing less, whether you are doing good, or companies, what are the things you are supposed to do. Or it's like you are the financial doctor of the company. The financial doctor of the company means what is like a, symptoms are there. So for example, we do some calculation, find out some ratios or something like that, and that is the symptoms. That okay, fine, this is a income statement where sales say jump by 20%, expenses jump by 15%. That's a symptoms, right? What is to be done? Interpretation of financial statement. Who will do that interpretation? Management accountant can do. So for management accounting, is the accountant, is there the financial doctor of the company. The compliance point of view, so that means these people, the financial accountant, what we are talking about, ACCA, CPA US, enroll agent, these are the people, they prepare all the statement as per the statutory requirement and provide these details to management accountant. So inputs from management accountant is all this. So we prepare MIS reports, we help management to take a strategic decision. The strategic decision is something is very important. Profit dips by 30%. What is to be done? What are the remedies? What are the medicine you have to prescribe? Just like you go to doctor, and doctor says, what is the temperature? 103 degree. If suppose the doctor say come after 1 day, there is no medicine, I will find out. Definitely the patient will lose. You will lose patience. So definitely the same thing here. Board of directors, there is a problem going on. They ask management accountant that, oh, this is a problem. What is to be done? What are the strategic decisions? You are helping management to take a strategic decision, because the board of directors are not so much expert in financial accounting or these are financial strategies. You have to help management to make sure how to maximize the profitability. The end objective of the company is to maximize the shareholders wealth. So in order to maximize the shareholders wealth, what are the things you have to do? Help management to take a strategic decision. So these are the things, the management accountant, that is CIMA. There is a, Chartered Institute of Management Accountant, and certified management accountant. So CIMA is UK based qualification. CMA is US based qualification. In case compliance side, ACCA is a UK qualification. CPA is US qualification. Enroll agent is US qualification. We will definitely walk through each aspects about the qualification. We'll see that. And the last one is a portfolio management. Whenever market goes up, the demand for CFAs are definitely increased. CFA is nothing but chartered financial analyst, and this CFA is main objective is to manage the portfolio of the investors, FIIs, mutual funds. So why, for example, you have the surplus money, you want to invest. So what CFA role is that they will help you to invest so that you can maximize your return. So portfolio manage is a specialized function. So CFAs are actually, sometimes many companies, they do valuation of company. If you want to acquire one company, then, they take help of CFAs, find out what is the valuation of company. Even the CMAs also can do. I'm telling you, it's not that. So CIMA and CMA and CFA, most of the contents are overlap. Anyway, we'll discuss that in detail. CMA US is something is from the management point of view. So for example, I want to acquire one company. So, the management will reach out to me, CMAs. For example, I am a CMA or CIMA. So they say, no, we have to acquire one company. Can you please suggest? So you can definitely take help of CFAs. CFAs is a specialized function. They will provide the inputs to you, CMA or CIMA guy, and CMA and CIMA guy interpret the result, and they will help management to take a call, decision, right? So again, CFAs are specialized function. Financial analyst, mutual funds requires hundreds of CFAs. Let me tell you, this is specialized function. There is no managerial role. Little bit, them companies, they're looking for MBAs and CFA combination. For example, engineers are doing a lot of, they are doing CFA because their mathematics is very good, so they do CFA. But the end objective, you can see that they are managing the portfolio. There are a lot of quantitative techniques is involved for CFA. Anyway, we'll discuss that. Now you have to understand one thing, that what exactly you want to focus. Compliance. For if you ask me personally, I don't like compliance. It's not that someone likes compliance, they want to do audit. Someone likes that I want to become a tax preparer. Someone say I want to involve in preparation of financial statement. There is a one specific type of job, compliance, right? There are some people, they say, no, I want some creativity, right? I want to make sure that how to maximize the shareholders wealth. Then management accountant plays an important role. And the third thing is CFAs. I want to make sure that how to maximize the return. So mutual funds are there. Then you have FIIs, for example, institutional investors. They will reach out to CFA, the group of CFAs, and they do the analyze, and they say that, okay, fine. They do industry analysis, they do company analysis, and they come out with the recommendation that this company is good for investment purpose. Okay, so I'm just focus. The three areas are there: compliance, management accounting, and third thing is your financial analyst. Okay, so let me go to next slide. Okay. So again, what exactly is like why you are doing this, all this international qualification? I'll tell you one thing, that my experience, when I was in East Africa, I was a chartered accountant, right? Chartered accountant and cost accountant. And my experience, my colleague, so he was CPA, he used to get a double salary. So I fought with my employer. I say, how come you are paying CPAs double salary? Chartered accountancy is very difficult, like course. They say, no. CPA is an international qualification, and that is recognized all over the world. So you have to understand that international qualification like CPA US, CMA US, CFA US, they are recognized all over the world, and especially the multinational companies, they are already setting up. And there are many multinational companies in India, they are looking for international qualification. And why they are looking for international qualification? Say for example, if you are US CMA or US CPA, you are talking to your counterpart in US, you're talking same language. That's very important for, they get a comfort feeling, in fact, that yeah, this is like a CMA US, he knows US gap, he knows this US tax. That it becomes a comfort level for them, and that's the reason they definitely prefer international qualification. And definitely you can understand that US, the CMA, CPA, CFAs, they earn in the dollars like $9,000, $10,000 per month. So definitely, if you get the people who are CPA, CFAs in India, they would rather prefer, right? Because it's a not only the labor arbitrage, but they prefer that. They always there is always a perception that Indians are very good in accounting, in financial management, and the mathematics. India, because that our in school also we don't use calculator, right? I'll tell you my experience when I was writing in a CPA exam in US. So so they first gave us the calculator, and they say that you have to use the calculator. That's fine. Most of the exams allows you to use the calculator, but the simple calculation, no, it is very difficult for them, because I heard that the US native, he said, this question is very difficult. You can calculate the this the it was very simple calculation, but they are finding very difficult because of this mathematics. Because they always use the calculator. That's a problem. So definitely they appreciate, for example, the school education in India. They are best, I'm telling you. But you have to understand that the college education, we have to make sure that they should focus on concept. And that's a reason you should do, along with the BCom, any international qualification which would help you, right? So we are going to talk about the courses now. Now these CIMA, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. Now again, I'm saying that if you want to focus management accounting, you have two options: CIMA UK and CMA US. We'll talk about the CIMA UK. The good thing about CIMA UK is that even if you are in 11th standard, you can start. You can start. You can join this course, and you can. There are some pillars. I will explain you the three pillars, like, and that's something which is. In fact, I'll tell you, the results are also, it's not so tough. The first level, that is more or less on an average 60 to 70% students are clearing the exam. And this is something which is specialization in management accounting. I discuss about the management accounting, what's the role of management accountant, and more or less the investment amount will most probably you will end up spending some 3.5 lakhs. Okay, you have to pay in your UK pound. Okay, and let me show you the three pillars. Hold on. Three pillars. This is the three pillars. You can see that. So when you want to do CIMA, the first level I'm talking about is called CIMA Certificate in Business Accounting. Even if you are in 11th standard pursuing, you can start with CIMA Certificate BA. Now there are four BA1, BA2, BA3, and BA4. So there are 4 papers are there, and these papers are, you can see that, fundamental of business economics, fundamental of management accounting, fundamental of financial accounting, and fundamental of ethics. Even you can pursue these 4 papers along with your 11th standard and 12th standard, because the topics are overlapping. Even if you are done with your 12th standard, you are not late. Start studying this CIMA Certificate in Business Accounting. 4 papers are easy. I'll take you along with the 11th standard and 12th standard. I don't think so. You have to spend more than 3 to 4 months. Target 1 month. Every month you target. Finish it off. The MCQs questions are there. It's a 2 hours question. 2 hours 60 MCQs. That's all. So BA1, BA2, BA3, and BA4. Fundamental of business economics. Even the 11th standard, you will be getting the economic subject. Fundamental of management accounting, definitely that's a different thing. So we have to teach you, the management accounting. Financial accounting definitely is you will be learning in 11th standard and 12th standard. So financial accounting is again is overlap. Fundamental of ethics, you always remember that all the international courses, they always focus on ethics. They want ethical guy, right? Fundamental of ethics and corporate governance and business law, where you have to spend some time. But I can see that fundamental of financial accounting and business economics you can start with. So BA1 and BA3, that two papers are overlap with your syllabus. You can start with the BA1 and BA2, BA3, and BA2. After you're done with BA1 and BA3, BA2 definitely you need some guidance, and the BA4 is theory type paper. But yeah, you need to learn fundamental of ethics, corporate governance, and the business law. This is a then what after you are done with the certificate level, then there you can see that this is like upgradation. Your next pillar, next one is a operational case study. So this is a papers like E1, P1, and F1. So again, if you see that the basic level is you have started with the management accounting. So now you are deep dive and you are understanding some the what are the tools and techniques available in management accounting is a basic thing. Organization management. This pillar, the E pillar, they are focusing on strategy. Okay, P pillar is focusing on management accounting. Okay, and the F pillar is focusing on financial accounting. Okay, so financial accounting, management accounting, and the strategy. And after you are done with E1, P1, and F1, again all are MCQs paper. Result is excellent, 50-60%. People are passing, nothing to worry about. After you're done with E1, P1, F1, let me tell you one thing. SEMA syllabus and the content is so rich. Let me tell you, I really appreciate the efforts taken by the SEMA to, build the material. Okay. So really you will learn a thing. See, try to understand gaining the qualification is one thing, and gain the knowledge is very important. Your objective is to gain knowledge rather than qualification. Qualification is like it will come definitely, but gain the knowledge first, right? Because this will help you for lifetime. And after you're done with this E1, P1, and F1, there is a operational case study exam. This is a really beautiful. And why I'm saying this is really beautiful, because real lifetime, what exactly practical situation you can solve. So they come with some practical situation that there is a attrition goes up like anything, how you will control, or management accounting, a profit dips by 50%, or profit, how you can do, how to maximize the profitability. Financial reporting, again, what are the nuances of financial reporting? What are the things you should know about financial reporting? What are the, people do window dressing. Window dressing is what? Mislead investors. The financial reporting, why you are learning here? Because if you don't know the financial reporting, how they are prepared, how can you evaluate the financial statement? How can you analyze the financial statement? That means this pillar is also very important, that how the financial reports are being prepared. Okay. And then if you see the next level, again, after you are done with the operational case study, you will get so every level you can see that you get a certificate. So award, SEMA certificate in business accounting, SEMA certificate. So once you clear this thing, you can write. You should feel proud that now I can write this qualification, SEMA certificate BA. Very good. So they are motivating you to write this designation, right? After you clear the exam, and then this operational level. I'll tell you one thing, that these, if you are in 11th standard, target this qualification. First year, 12th standard, 11th standard, and 12th standard, target this, that you should finish this SEMA certificate in BA before 12th standard. Okay, if you're done with the 12th standard, still you are not late. Finish it within 3 months. It's very easy to clear. Then there is the operational level, and after operational level also it will take around 1 year, and the management level is also will take 1 year. Each level will take a one year. Okay, and again there is a management case study. So they're thinking that as if you are the a finance manager of the company, how you will tackle, okay, the case study, like so like 40% is like concepts, and 60% is like your ability to interpret the situation. So again, this is a very beautifully designed this course. And if you see the case study, it's a really wonderful, I'm telling you. So management case study exam is like after you're done with the management case study exam, again I'm telling you the results are around 40 to 50 percentage, very good result. And then the next level, the last level, is the strategic management. You can see the pillars. First of all, you started with your starting is your fundamental of business economics, then organization management, then project relationship management, and then is strategic management. This is what the role you have to play. Management accounting, you have to also strategic management. What are the Porter's five forces? What are the, like, what you should do if you want to diversify? What are the things you should do if you want to acquire a company? How, what whether it makes sense, yes or no? Whether it is a earning per share accretive, it means that whether it will add value to your organization, right? All these important strategic management decision you have to take. The P3, that is management accounting. So the risk management, so focusing that how to mitigate the risks, right? Organization always exposed, say, foreign currency risks, political risks, business risks. All these risk management strategies you will be learning and helping management to make sure that there should not be any surprises. You know that risks and how you are going to mitigate your risk. It is just like a taking an insurance policy. What you'll do, you are taking the insurance policy to protect yourself, your family. The same thing, the risk management is to protect the organization, right? The shareholders wealth you are protecting. And the financial strategy, we are talking about valuation of companies, you know whether, because again these valuation company techniques, they will. So for example, what are the different types of valuation? How you, so what I'm saying, they are covering every aspects, in fact, financial, strategic, management accounting, all these three pillars. And then after that, the strategic case study, that means they are saying that you have to play a role of senior finance manager. What you are going to do, role playing, right? They will come out with some. So that means that you learn E3, P3, F3. So that means once you clear the exam, so they don't want to check you whether you are you they don't check you the contents of E3, P3, F3. Contents you know very well. They want to check your managerial capabilities, right? Like, role playing, you are senior finance manager of the company. There is a situation here, how you are going to tackle. Okay, board of directors is writing an email to you, is a clear, is a practical, like, it's like a, in exam also they say, it's like you get an email, like, email from the your boss, say for example financial controller, you are senior finance manager, and you get an email from your boss saying that either you support me, this is a problem I'm facing it, how you can tackle, so that is thinking is required. You have to fine tune your brain, you have to think about, you are the senior finance manager. So the key to clear this exam, you have to do role playing. Role playing is important. Okay, so strategic case study exam, after you clear this exam, you get a qualification, that is SEMA, right? SEMA qualification you get. Not only you get a SEMA qualification, the good thing about SEMA is that they have associated, they have tied up with AICPA. SEMA is a UK qualification. The CGMA qualification you will also get along with the SEMA. Okay, CGMA qualification is a Chartered Institute of Management Accountant, and this is a global management accounting qualification. So CGMA qualification also you will get. Now this qualification, the originally the member of AICPA, if you do CPA you also get CGMA. If you do SEMA, you also will get CGMA. If you notice that the SEMA logo and AICPA logo is same. Okay, AICPA logo, so AICPA is already taken over SEMA, I believe. They are not officially announced, but they are just working together. The logo is same, AICPA logo and SEMA. They are promoting. So good thing is that if you do SEMA, you get CGMA US qualification also by paying $150. Otherwise it is a 3 years exam. But if you do SEMA, you get a CGMA qualification. So now the what exactly they are doing now, AICPA and SEMA are in the process of creating the association is already formed now. And this is really a good thing that the completing CIMA, you can add CGMA qualification also. CGMA is a US qualification then. Yeah, maybe they want to compete with other institute. Okay, anyway, so this is done, CIMA. If you have any questions, just let me know. Let me move next slide now. We are talking about certified management accountant. Okay, so certified management accountant. 1 minute. Okay, certified management accountant USA. I am telling you, this is also a very good course. You have only two parts, only two papers you to write, part one and part two. Passing grade is 75 percentage. Again, you can see the CIMA is like a 3 to 4 years of course. CMA is 1 year course. It's like a test match versus 1 day, right? So CMA US is 1 day match. CIMA is test match. So again, good thing is that I'll tell you that what are the advantages of doing CMA US. If you ask me personally, if you're an 11th standard 12th standard student, I don't recommend this course. Okay, because 1 day match you have to play. Okay, and that also all of these 3 years of CIMA, everything is like you will get it in 1 year. Okay, single level with two papers, you clear two papers, you are CMA US. Now CMA US is recognized all over the world, right? Good thing, I'll tell you what you should do actually. If you're in 11th standard 12th standard, what you should do, CMA is accepting student registration, right? So you can apply to apply through your school. You will get a scholarship, so you don't have to pay any fees, right? And at the same time, if you don't want to apply the scholarship, you pay $39 and become a you get a student membership. I'll tell you what is the advantage of that. Advantage is that you get a free fintech courses. Now because of this pandemic situation, no, they have offered these free courses, blockchain, artificial intelligence, and all these courses, wonderful courses, I'm telling you. If you have time, no, I think not only that, if you clear that course, if you attempt this, some questions will be there, you have to attempt also after the video lectures and everything is there. Beautiful course, free of course, it's free. Just pay $39, get the student membership, and do the fintech courses. You get a digital badge also, like this is like a digital badge given by the CMA US. So I encourage you, this is paying $39 makes sense. This free fintech courses is worth around $250. So blockchain is there, artificial intelligence, many courses are there. So please enroll. Definitely you get some advantage here, because 5 years down the line, people are talking about this fintech blockchain. What is blockchain, what is artificial intelligence, what is robotics, all these things, data analytics, people are talking about all these things. If you don't have a knowledge, you are outdated. Even the CMA US and CIMA, they already incorporated, they already upgraded the syllabus. They're talking about all these courses. But what I'm saying that they are providing the contents, but still I feel it's not adequate. So by doing this type of special fintech courses definitely help you. But the question maybe you are saying that I am studying in 11th standard or 12th standard, can I do it? Yes, you can do it. There is no rocket science. Fintech courses, by paying $39, do it. I'm telling you, will help you a lot. Okay, fine then. So CMA US, again, I don't recommend for the 11th standard and 12th standard students. After 12th standard, if you are joining any colleges, you may do it. Get the scholarship after 12th standard. Is a 1 year course. But what is my experience saying that students are taking time, right? After graduation becomes easy, but students after 13, I have seen many students are along with the graduation, they have cleared CMA US. But you have to definitely you have to upgrade your knowledge. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but you can do it. but because it's a single level with 2 papers, that means they're expecting a lot, let me tell you. But what I have observed that working professionals, they can easily clear this exam. I already sent the feedback to even the IMA institute. Now this is managed by IMA, right? Institute of Management Accountant. Exams are conducted by ICMA. ICMA is an independent body, Institute of Cost and Management Accountancy, USA. So there is relationship between, means ICMA has delegated a role to IMA, marketing purpose, membership, and all this thing. ICMA role is to conduct the exam. That's all. The independent body. There is absolutely no connection. For example, I am a director of IMA. So I am a director of IMA. I cannot get into ICMA because ICMA is an independent body, and I myself is a helping many students. In fact, our role is that make sure that awareness, and the industry sometimes they may feel that what is the use of CMA US. So we are helping industry also, that if the CMAs, what are the skill set and what are the things they can do, FP&A type of work they can do very good. And not only that, you have, but the industry awareness is something which is missing in India. We are just helping industry to understand what the CMAs can do. Definitely, SEMA is a UK qualification. I don't know whether uh, in India it is catching up like anything. SEMA is very old institute. In fact, when I did my ICWA, in fact that time costing, I'm talking about India. My desire was to do SEMA also, but because of the fees was very high. In fact, that's the reason now the fees is not so high like compared to those days. They are charging the pounds, like so difficult. Like those days, 3 lakh rupees value is very high. Today 3 lakh rupees is nothing. In fact, you can get a loan, and there are so many facilities you get. So there's no point, there's no problem to finance it. And there is a staggered payment. You don't have to pay a lump sum immediately. Every level you have to pay some 30, 40, 50,000. So that's something which is manageable. But I think these fintech courses you should take advantage. This is valid till 31st August. Why don't you take advantage? I'm telling you, this you can do it. Fine. ACCA is again a UK based. It is just like in India we have chartered accountancy. In UK ACCA, but in India CA gets some authority to sign the balance sheet. ACCA they don't get. I'm telling you, it is like a association. ACCA it is a global recognized. Investment required is 3.5 lakhs. But let me compare the ACCA and SEMA. At least you'll get puzzled, because this is also 3 years course, that is also 3 years course, SEMA. So definitely you get some you need some inputs that whether I should select ACCA or SEMA. Okay, ACCA, the second slide when I discuss, I say that ACCA is focusing on compliance, right? This is what exactly it is. Even ACCA is also planning to customize their course as per the India, for example, Indian tax laws they want to include. So basically they just want to compete with CA, I believe. Okay, fine. But let me compare the ACCA with the SEMA so that you get some insight about what is to be selected. Now this is a head-to-head comparison between ACCA and SEMA. Very important. This is like a chartered accountant. This is a management accountant. So I already said compliance, financial accounting, compliance. This is management accounting, strategic decision. Okay. Now this is like a SEMA is a mix of MBA and CA. So financial accounting also you are covering, and the MBA also. This is a mainly focusing accounting, audit, tax, ACCA. Professional body is ACCA. There are 14 papers here, 16 papers. Eligibility, again I'm telling you, now they have relaxed the norms. Now even if you're in 11th standard, you can start with ACCA and SEMA. So this is no more available, no applicable now. Higher secondary, 11th standard you can do it. Duration 2 to 3 years. I'll tell you, in Sri Lanka SEMA is very popular. The students the first year, most of the students given a choice, they select SEMA, and before graduation they finish SEMA. So again 2 to 3 years, 11th standard, if you start, maybe before graduation you can finish your SEMA or ACCA. It's possible, right? Now level is like a here strategic, management, operational. Here skill levels is professional. Definitely, lot of things you have to learn. Say IFRS or something like that. You have to learn the accounting standard. Accounting standard you have to learn. IFRS is a principle based accounting. Rules are there. So again, you have to understand the logic behind why you are passing the accounting journal entries and stuff like that. Okay. So the core subjects are taxation, financial reporting. Here the core subjects are advanced financial reporting, and we also visited the pillar, right? What are the three pillars? CIMA three pillars. Exam pattern based upon the most exams are 2 to 3 hours. Here also 90 minutes objective test, 3 hours of case study. So case study when I discuss the operational case study, strategic case study, management case studies, there are 3 hours paper. There you have to write actually, otherwise other papers are objective tests. So basically if you see the most of the international courses, no, they are asking MCQs. Even in US also, even their school education, they start with the MCQs pattern, like, so basically they want to focus that are you understanding the concepts. If you know the concepts, then you are good. And sometimes, I see that, even the US students, no, their handwriting is very bad, in fact, because they don't write so much. We people here in India, we are writing a lot actually. So anyway, so now coming back to this slide, ACCA we have done. Okay. Okay. CPA US. Now I'll tell you one thing. CPA is not for the 11th standard and 12th standard students, not after 12th standard also. CPA eligibility is like a chartered accountants in India. You have CPA US, like chartered accountants in US. So you can sign the balance sheet, you can do the audit, you can file the income tax return. These are the specialization. And US CPA, again, I'm telling you, it is recognized all over the world. This is one of the oldest institute. AICPA exams are conducted by AICPA, and this is administered by NASBA. So State Board of Accountancy. So like in India, once you become a chartered accountancy, it's like you if you go to say Maharashtra, if I go to West Bengal, CA qualification, everyone recognize. You can sign the balance sheet of the companies incorporated in Bengal or incorporated in UP. It's possible, but in US it is decentralized. That's why they say United States of America. The states are united. They get that decentralized power. So that's why the people say the AICPA is helping all these states. That's why there's uniform CPA exam. So exam paper is same for all the state boards, but after you clearing the CPA exam, you can, wherever state you register, you can practice. For example, I registered with Texas, for example, then I can practice in Texas only. You can sign the balance sheet of Texas company. If you are shifting from moving from Texas to New York, then you have to again transfer your credits to New York, and you have to again get the license from the New York. That's why CPA US, they say that statewide license will be given. Again, the exams are, I'm not going to spend more time here for CPAs, because this is only relevant after graduation. That also 16 years of education is required. So even after even our BCom or BBA is 15 years of education, whereas in US, they have 16 years of education. So there is you have to do MCom also in order to eligible for US CPA exam. A really good exam, I can tell you. I wrote the CPA papers. I'll tell you, I was a rank holder. I scored 99 in FAR and 98 in regulation. Something which is I never imagined that I can get so much score. But it's a good exam. But you can think about after graduation if you want to do. Definitely, it will add knowledge. Recognition wise, this is very good US CPA. Okay. CFA. Now CFA is something, when I did CFA, therefore there was some reason behind that I did CFA. One of my clients says, do CFA. We are doing valuation work. So CFAs, it is a US based qualification, very good qualification, financial analyst. We are talking about portfolio management, wealth management, mutual fund. They need so many CFAs, in fact. So it's an individual performance. Let me tell you, we are in CFAs, they are not going to teach you about how to manage the staff. It's not a leadership role, let me tell you. It's a specialized role. If you are say that, I can't manage the team, or I don't want it's better that my individual performance, I want to go ahead and I want to grow, then this is the right course for you, CFA. Okay. Again, the quantitative techniques, mathematics, something which is very much required. If you have little knowledge of analytics, so really, if you are planning to do CFA, you should take mathematics first year and second year. CFA you can do in when you cannot start now. CFA, the eligibility criteria is that you can start your CFA only the last year of graduation. So you first year 11th standard and 12th standard you cannot do. You have to wait if you want to do CFA. So last year of BCom and last year of BBA, you can do yours. You can apply for the level 1, and there are 3 levels are there. Level 1 is easy. Level 2 is very difficult. Let me tell you, very tough. It's like people always say that, if you clear level 2, level 3 is easy again. So you become CFA. Level 2 is like 10 times difficult than level 1. Level 3 is again very easy. So again, they are focusing portfolio management, wealth management. CFA you can do in the last year of BCom or BBA. So you are still time. I don't think so. This is so CPA and CFA. That is something which is you just I'm just updating you that this is a courses available. Maybe in future, maybe after you done with SEMA, ACCA or something like that, you can think about CFA when you are in the last year of BCom or BBA. Maybe before the last year of BCom, maybe you should complete your SEMA or ACCA, and then you can pursue CFA. Definitely very interesting course also. I'm not saying that mathematics, quantitative analyst, all these things are there. So really interesting. Okay. Let me know. Enroll agents. Now this is like a course. We started this course, enroll agents. Again, compliance type of work. You have to file the tax return, US tax return. My suggestion that if you are interested in preparation of tax returns, I'll tell you one thing, demand is very high, I'm telling you. So we have like a tied up with the Big Four, EY and all this thing. We are the approved training partner of EY also. So they need hundreds and hundreds of enroll agents, preparation of tax returns. So tax returns, again, you can build your career. There is a policy that EY, Deloitte's, KPMG, and PwC, that if you clear enroll agent, they will promote you as a manager. So in order to become a manager is a mandatory requirement that you have to become enroll agents. Enroll agent can sign the income tax return, the tax return of US. Definitely is very lucrative career. I don't want to talk about the money part, but yes, per return, the US tax return, anyone can get at least $100 to $150 per return. So that's very good career. Yeah, some is I'll say that sometimes I feel that compliance is boring. That is my point of view. There are some people, they think about that. Okay, fine. We are not so creative thinker. Let us stick with this type of career. Again, different point of view. But yes, enroll agent. Yes, career is there. I've seen many people. They build a career here. Enroll agent. They become even the director, managing director, of the EY, and this is something. Is a really good actually career point of view. But you can start also. There is no such. There is no such. So there is no hard and fast that when you can start. Even the. But most probably when you're in first year of BCom, 13 standard, you can write the exam. Duration is 3.5 months, 4 months. So that 3 papers are there, and every 3 years you have to renew EA license. And part 1 we are talking about individual returns. That is part 2 we are talking about business returns, and part 3 is a procedure, right? The tax procedure, so these are the courses available. So I hope that this session is useful. If you have any questions, that let me know. I hope that I'm not so fast. You can reach out to me. Yeah. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, then you can reach out to me. Yeah. Thank you very much. And really interesting. Okay. Thanks. Bye.